of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in tonight and for being flexible and adjusting your schedules. I know we had a little bit of a snowstorm last week, and that's kind of got things a little bit goofed up. Kids and some adults, I think they've reduced any chance of snow for tomorrow. So don't worry about it. Get to bed on time. Everything's going to go on as planned tomorrow. If you have any special ideas. Anyway, this is a special recognition. We are excited to do this. We do this twice a year. In January, should be in January, we take a moment to recognize students and many of our staff members for the outstanding accomplishments that they have had in the first semester. And so that's what tonight is all about. We're going to begin with our primary, and then we'll go to our middle school, and then we'll go to our high school. It's amazing to look out in the audience and to see kids of all ages, and you'll see how students across the entire district are being recognized. It's just amazing. What our students are able to do is beyond phenomenal, and that's because of the support of our staff, but we know it's truly rooted in the support that our students are receiving at home and throughout this awesome, amazing community. And so in May, we also do this for second semester recognition. So we'll come back and do this all over again. It's one of the best things that we do. And during this part of the program here today, we do have a microphone, and we will invite, again, we'll start with primary, and we'll have Mrs. Earhart come up here in just a minute. And then she'll invite people to come on up and recognize our students or our staff members. When you are called, when your group is called, we ask you to come on up here. We're going to make it just a little more comfortable, not much, I promise. You'll be recognized, and then we want all of our students to introduce themselves. So take a moment, grab the microphone, introduce yourself to the audience. We want to know who you are, and then as you leave, after you're recognized, we'll ask you to come this way, and we have a small gift for you. Sound good? All right. Again, thank you for being here. We know it's hard to adjust your schedules. We will start with our primary, our principal, Jen Earhart. Welcome.
Good evening. That's much better. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We are just thrilled to share our delight in the accomplishments of so many of our students here. And so we are starting with the primary school. First, I would like to just give a little shout out to our Hilltop staff for the transition that they have made to the FEMC building this year. Lots of changes for them as we are in our temporary space, but we are so grateful for our Hilltop staff as well as our facilities supervisor, Josh Stubenvall, and our district leadership team. I'd also like to recognize our kindergarten teachers and students for the work that they are doing with the social thinking curriculum. This was a curriculum that was purchased through a grant from the Wyoming School Foundation, and so we are so thrilled to be moving forward with that curriculum. To start out with our student recognition, I would like to invite Jen Gerstner, our Gifted Intervention Specialist and District Coordinator of Gifted Services, along with our perennial math students, to come up to the front of the room. Jen Gerstner has earned a scholarship awarded by the University of Cincinnati to attend the Council for Economic Education's fall conference related to her work on the stock market game. All right, and then Jen is going to share a little bit.
Well, my friends are up here today because they participated in a nationwide math tournament back in December. We had 25 of our third and fourth grade reach students show up at 9 a.m. on a cold Saturday to do math. And they came very excitedly and willingly. And part of the competition is individual and part of the competition is a team. So they were in groups of 5. And that's kind of my favorite part because we're in 3 separate primaries and they don't have a lot of opportunity to be with the other reach kids. So I always mix them up and we always do really well together. These are students that out of across the country from schools from New York and Michigan and I think I was in Washington. There were 105 third graders that competed and 130 fourth graders that competed. And we have,
My name is Michael Jervier, and I'm in third grade. My name is Elsie Peterson, I'm in fourth grade.
My name is Theo Clark, and I'm in fourth grade.
My name is Holden Newport, and I am also in fourth grade.
and these students here tonight both scored second place out of all of the third graders. Holden came in first place out of all of the fourth graders. And as a team, Holden, Theo, Elsie, and then 2 other members, Noah Hayes and Ben Reed, who I believe are at basketball practice tonight, came in second place out of all the fourth grade teams.
It's wonderful. Thank you so much. You guys want to head this way? Thank you. All right, next I'd like to recognize students who have shown remarkable performance in art class. Our lovely art teachers, Mrs. Benjamin and Mrs. Allen, cannot be here tonight, but they would like to recognize Tiana Walker, come on up, Miller Moran, Leona Schaefer, and Sebastian Martinez. Please come forward. Okay, I'm going to pass you the mic and you can say your name.
Leona Schaefer, and I'm in fourth grade. Miller Moran, and I'm in second. Tiana, and I'm in third grade.
So just to tell you a little something about these students, they have shown outstanding effort in art by embracing new challenges, staying fully engaged in every project, even when it's hard. They have shown remarkable growth in their creative ability and their thoughtfulness. It is a privilege to watch them evolve, not just into talented artists, but into dedicated and expressive individuals who take pride in everything they create. Let's give them a hand. All right, next I would like to introduce Tallulah Jackson. Come on up, you're here. Leo Perica and Belle Taylor. These students were nominated by Brian Pittman, our math intervention teacher at Vermont. And Mr. Pittman could not be here tonight. I'm going to introduce you.
Tallulah Jackson, and I'm in fifth grade.
All right. So, Tallulah is a returning Pit crew member. She's a very hard worker. She is well-mannered and has a great sense of humor. Tallulah is always willing to learn new things. We are very proud of her continuous success and efforts. All right. So I am going to, that's it for the primary school. Such wonderful students. We are so proud of our primary students. Dr. Boshin is going to share next.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, everyone. It's great to be here, recognizing members of the school community. And I'm going to begin recognizing some of our team members at the middle school. And when I say team members, I'm going to talk a little bit about the adults that are working with our teachers. And the first group that I want to talk about are our mentor teachers. So at the start of this school year, we had 8 new teachers starting at the middle school. Some of those teachers had transferred from other areas in the district, and they had a lot of experience. Others came from other districts with a multitude of experience, yet some of the teachers that came to us were just beginning their career. And when you enter into middle school, we know that is quite a challenge. And we want our new teachers to get acclimated and have the support that they deserve on a regular basis. And we know that it also takes a lot of patience and skill and heart, and especially a lot of patience to work with middle school students. So our mentor teachers do this willingly, and they share their attributes with our mentor teachers on a regular basis, and we're really, really pleased at the level of work that they do for those teachers in what can often be a very overwhelming first year. So I wanted to specifically recognize today Julie Christner, Laura Coomer, Jen Savi, Emily Jenke, and Todd Kastner. If they could come forward, I know not all of them could be here with us, but if they are here, I'd like to bring them up. Thank you, guys. Their hard work has a direct and lasting impression on all of our teachers and especially our students. Their mentorship helps support our strategic plan and helps create a climate and culture that's very positive. It leads to greater collaboration and communication and partnerships, and ultimately advances teaching and learning. So we are very, very grateful of their leadership and commitment. So I ask you to please join me in recognizing our mentor teachers for the profound difference that they make every day. Thank you. All right. Our next adult that I would like to recognize plays a vital role in helping our building run smoothly on a daily basis. And at this time, I would like to ask our building substitute, Josh Montgomery, to come on up. So throughout the course of the school year, teachers from time to time get sick, have family emergencies, and attend different levels of professional development, and they can't be in the building. And when that happens, we rely on individuals such as Josh. And Josh makes a big difference in our building, probably more so than he realizes. He's incredibly helpful. He's always upbeat, and he's always ready to take on whatever the day brings. Oftentimes, Josh finds out what his daily assignment is just about 5 minutes before the day begins, and we are really appreciative on the way he handles that. No matter what the situation is, Josh steps in, he brings a positive attitude, he never complains. Instead, Josh consistently asks the question, how can I help? And his flexibility, his reliability, and his willingness to support both the staff and the students makes a huge difference in our building. We're grateful for his commitment, his professionalism, and his positive presence. So please join me in thanking Josh Montgomery for all that he does for the middle school community. And we're going to hear a little bit about our students and their commitment to athletics and all of the work that they do in our drama program. momentarily, but first I would like to bring Jamie Hayner up. And Jamie is going to talk a little bit about our school's partnership with Tikkun Farms. We worked with Tikkun Farms right before the holiday break, and we were able to partner with them. And Jamie did a phenomenal job at orchestrating that partnership and working with our PAC and our student council. And we had a fantastic day supporting this community organization. So let's hear it for Jamie, and I'll turn it over to her now.
Thank you. If you are a middle school student, stand up. Let's see how many folks are out there. Yeah, so thank you. Thanks. All right, you guys have a seat. I wanted to do that just because you guys, we literally, when Dr. Bush and I were talking about, which students do we invite? We could invite the entire Wyoming middle school community, the staff, the parents, for this project that we did, because it really was all hands on deck. And it just turned out really amazing. Just to give you a little bit of background, this actually started last year. We were in a PAC meeting, and we were talking about let's do something building-wide, grades 5 through 8, service learning focused. And so from there, we started to brainstorm a couple of local organizations around Cincinnati that our students could support. So came up with a list. Then we presented that to our student council, and we went through, this is the mission of every single organization, and then they then voted on which organization they wanted to support. They decided that they wanted to do Tikkun Farms, and so we took that and we kind of ran with it. So to give you guys a little bit of information about Tikkun Farms, they are centered on people, community, and creation. And one of the things that they have is a community market. So we asked, what can we do to help support that? And they gave us 2 different ideas. One was creating art bags, and these art bags are for kids that end up going to the market on the weekends with their parents and they're shopping. So just as kind of something extra that they can either sit and they can color, we put stickers in there, just lots of fun stuff for them to be able to do while their parents shop. And then the other thing that we made or created during the service learning project was we created spice bags. And so spice bags were something that they were able to offer years ago. But just the rising cost of spices and groceries, it's something that they had to cut out of their program. So they said, if that is something that you guys could create, our customers would be thrilled, right? We all like spices on our food. And so we talked with student council, and they decided we would have grades 5 and 6 create art bags, and then we would have grades 7 and 8 create spice bags. And so we took this idea and we gave it to staff as well, and everybody jumped in. I had people down in the office with a magnifying glass trying to, read expiration dates and ingredients, and we had our student council stay after to help organize all the spice bags. In the end, we donated over 600 art bags and 1,000 spice bags, in addition to just bulk, spices that we ended up not being able to use, or extra coloring pencils, and they were thrilled. They said that will get them through months and months. So when it comes to recognition, it truly is the entire Wyoming middle school community. We are so thankful. I like to say that it's our annual, because we want to do something like this again next year. So, thank you to everybody that threw in, whether that was, helping create the bags, all of our students, parents that donated, teachers that helped organize it. We really appreciate it. So, all right. I believe next is Nancy Huey, and she's going to come up and talk a little bit about some of our students that have participated in drama.
Thank you so much, and thank you for this opportunity to recognize our drama students, who are a great group of people. Participation in the dramatic arts and in musical theater offers students such a great amount of opportunities. It enables them to express their creativity in a safe and guided environment. It enables them to enjoy doing the things that they really love in the company of other people that really love those same things. And it It also gives them a chance to learn and practice new skills, performing skills like public speaking or dancing or singing, as well as social and personal skills like self-control and self-discipline and the word just went away from me, self-awareness, and also the ability to work as a cooperative member of a team. So these students that we're recognizing tonight have become well-spoken, creative, confident, and compassionate leaders for our younger drama students, as well as their other school and community groups. I'd like for you to meet these 8th graders, so come on up. These students have been part of all or most of the 7 productions that have been, that they're eligible for while they were here in middle school. So, want to introduce yourself? All right.
I'm Peter Bernheisel. I'm 13 years old, and I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Iris Cabot. I'm 14 years old, and I'm also in 8th grade.
Hello, my name is Aubrey Pittman. I'm 13 years old, and I'm in 8th grade.
I'm Bonnie Nkata. I am in 8th grade.
I am Zoe Taylor, and I'm also in 8th grade.
I am Miles Cabot, and I am in 8th grade.
I am Emma Hinktrell, and I am in 8th grade.
These students, and congratulations, you guys.
Thank you, Nancy. And they have done a fantastic job. Most of the students who are up here have participated in every single production that they've been eligible for, and a few of them have been in fact, every production that they've been eligible for. And it's just amazing the amount of time and effort that goes into those productions. If you haven't been to one yet, I invite you to attend our upcoming productions. They do a wonderful job. So that's all things Wyoming Middle School. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Michael Voinovich, Mr. Voinovich from the high school.
Wow. It's a hard act to follow. I mean, look at all the great things heading our way here at the high school. Congratulations to all of our primary students, all of our middle school students, just for your active engagement and involvement in your school community. It's what makes your school an amazing place and what makes Wyoming and the community of Wyoming just a very unique and special place. So congratulations, and we look forward to welcoming you to high school when you get here. So Mr. Weber, our athletic director, Matt Weber, who calls, there's a game at the high school tonight, girls basketball game there tonight. So he would have been here last Monday, but sends his regards this week and wanted to recognize a few of our students who engaged in extracurricular events, athletics during the fall in the first semester. He noted that there were 263 high school student athletes in the fall semester. 45% of the high school students participated in the fall sport. That's a nice percentage, okay? That's a lot of involvement. There's an avenue for access for everyone. So 45%, that's wonderful. The average fall program GPA was 3.61. So not only are they getting it done outside the classroom, but the students are also getting it done inside the classroom. So great job to all of our fall student athletes. And 127 of them received all academic honors for the CHL. So great job to all of our fall student athletes. Do we have from our boys soccer team, Coach Ryan? Coach Ryan here. So Coach Ryan. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Williams. Yep. So our boy, in case you didn't know, the boys soccer team, they were the CHL champions, they were the district and regional champions, and they went to the state Final Four for a Final Four appearance. They finished 18-2-4. Coach Ryan Durd was the boys soccer coach of the year. So great accomplishment there. Is Rocco Fisher? Rocco. All right. So, well, I already introduced you. This is Rocco Fisher. So Rocco's here. He was an instrumental part in the boys soccer team's success this year, and wanted to recognize him. So I mean, he kind of did a pretty good job with Gold Box, right? So I mean, CHL Player of the Year, right? The Southwest Player of the Year, All Ohio team, and you got something else coming up, right? Well, how'd that go? Tell us a little bit about that. He's humble. All-American, okay? Not only is he getting done on the pitch, but also in the halls and in the classrooms, just a positive influence in our building and its peers, all the you can look up. And one of the things that I know that I really love about Wyoming High School too is that our students support each other. Like a lot of our athletes and students in clubs and activities, you come out to Milford for a regional tournament game, playoff game, and our kids are there in the stands. And then you look at the basketball games, you look up there and there's Rocco in the stands. You know, clearly identifying out of bounds to teams who don't understand when they touch the ball. Rocco goes, I think it was Marymount. They hit the ball out on Marymount, and Rocco goes, let me explain it to you. You were the last person to touch the ball. It was out on you. It's our ball. It's like, how about that for constructive feedback, right? So we've got great kids. Congratulations to Rocco. Thank you. Coach Schwartz with our cross-country program. Coach Schwartz is going to come on up here and just talk about all the really great things going on today.
To recognize. I'm Paul Schwartz, by the way. I'm responsible for the Wyoming cross-country program. And I'd like to thank the Board of Education for giving us the opportunity to recognize some great team and individual accomplishments from the fall season. Cross-country is a very challenging sport. I don't know, how people know what cross-country is? Who knows what cross-country is? It's a pretty good group. Very challenging sport where athletes run in all weather conditions, and as the CHL championship, all weather. Lots of rain, lots of mud. Through parks and forests and fields and hills. Middle school cross country is for 7th and 8th graders. It's 2 miles, and then high school cross country is 5 kilometers or 3.1 miles. It really is the only sport where you know if you've done it right, you feel miserable at the end. So it takes a lot of, builds a lot of character, dedication, and teamwork. And cross country can be an individual and team sport. The team scoring works as the top 5 on the team, their places, you add them up, and that's the score for the team. The 6th and 7th runners bump the other top 5 from other teams down. And then it's the low score wins. Pretty simple. But it also can be a very individual sport. And so tonight we're going to recognize both team and individual. I'd like to first recognize team sport, and that's Wyoming Middle School cross country. So if the coaches and kids can come on up, the Wyoming Middle School cross country. Big group. So this is Wyoming Middle School cross country's team is actually bigger than the high school cross country team. There's only 2 grades, 7th and 8th grade. We had over 50 kids, 29 boys, 25 girls. So this is not everybody. Let's move down a little bit this time. So it's a big and growing program with over 50 kids. First, I wanted to introduce the coaches for the middle school cross country team. Randy Knox, head coach for Wyoming Middle School cross country. He's been doing it, I think, at least 15 seasons. He's probably the longest tenured coach of any coach in Wyoming athletics. And he's got a very challenging job, not to get the kids lost. He does a very good job at that. We have 7th and 8th graders running all through Wyoming. You've probably seen them before. Keeping track of them is very daunting, and Randy does an excellent job at that. So you kids are on very good care with Randy as our head coach. We also have Matt Garrett. He's not here tonight. He is a 7th year and is middle school cross-country coach. You may know Matt as the crazy guy that runs around the track hundreds and hundreds of times for hours and hours and hours. Matt's a ultra runner and running enthusiast. He was actually the big snowstorm that we had last week. He was on the track with George, shoveling the track out lane 1, so very dedicated. And we also were lucky to have Kyle Schreiner here as our coach for his first year Wyoming Middle School cross-country coach. He knows a little thing about track and cross-country. He's a coach for St. X's cross-country team, and he's the head coach for St. X's high school track team. So thank you for Kyle for joining us too. All right. Good team. I'm going to have each kid introduce themselves. You guys just got to say your name and your grade, okay?
My name is Scout Shaw and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Caitlin Marsh and I'm in 7th.
My name is Adeline Heisel and I'm in 7th grade.
My name is Rosie Lawrence and I'm in 7th grade. My name is Julia Streets and I'm in 7th grade.
My name is Leah Renee and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Demetrius Myers and I'm in 8th grade. My name is Alex Whetstone and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Camden Fisk and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Adrian Bird and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Ava Swinehart and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Rachel Fisher. My name is Rachel Flagler and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Sam Flynn and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is Liam McMillan and I'm also in 8th grade.
My name is Mason Schlager and I'm also in 8th grade.
My name is Axel Schreiner and I'm in 7th grade.
Thomas Wong and I'm in 8th grade.
My name is George Allen and I'm in 7th grade.
My name is Addie Gershman and I'm in 7th grade. My name is Dan Haller and I'm in 7th grade. My name is Elise Kleinschmidt and I'm in 7th grade. My name is Elliot Tolman and I'm in 7th grade.
My name is Nolan Berner and I'm in 7th grade. My name is Archer Boris and I'm in 7th grade.
Good, thanks guys. And this is not all of them. We have, like I said, we have over 50 kids. But this was the first year in at least maybe 15 years that both the girls and the boys Wyoming Middle School cross-country teams won the CHL championship together. So that's the boys have won three of the last 4 years, and the girls are now back-to-back champions. In fact, I was so confident that this year both of them would win, especially the girls, but the boys too. I was so confident that I got them these shirts to wear right as soon as they crossed the finish line of the CHL championship. I've got them shirts to put on because we knew we were going to win, right, guys? I don't, Missouri and Indian Hill, Marymount, they weren't as happy about that, but they poked the bear a little bit, but very confident you guys would win. What I want to do right now, real quick, is something we didn't get to do at the meet itself because it was kind of a lot going on with all the rain and mud. I want to now recognize the kids that were CHL honorable mention, second team, and first team. The boys team, let's start with the boys first, they beat Powerhouse Madeira. Madeira in the past has had perfect scores, which means they get places 1 through 5. First 5 places all Madeira. They've done that a few times in the recent past, not this year. Because our boys stopped them, we had 6 in the top 10. So CHL honorable mention, this is for places 15 through 21, was Tommy Anderson, who's 21st place. Alexander Whetstone, 20th place. Alexander, right here, right, come on down, come up. Honorable mention. And Adrian Fuhrer, 19th place. These are CHL honorable mention. CHL second team, Ryder Tyler, 10th place. Ryder's not here. Evan Roach, 9th place. And Graham McKinney, 8th place. Those 3 are not there, but those 3 are very important, coming in places 8 through 14, earning them CHL second team honors. And CHL first team honors for coming in the top 7. Sam McCauley, 6th place, sorry, 6th place. George Adams, 2nd place. And your CHO champion, first place after that. For the girls dominated. I mean, the boys beat Madeira, which is a big accomplishment. The girls crushed Madeira, who was in second. They had half the score that Madeira had, which is a very great feat. And we had 5 of our girls in the top 10, including the first, second, third. 1, 2, 3. So CHL, honorable mention, 15th through 21st place. Julianne Baylog, she was 21st place. Caitlin Marsh, 19th place. Caitlin, get up here. Misha Luby, 18th place. And Rosie Lawrence, 15th place. These are your CHL honorable mentions. All right, and the CHL second team, 8th through 14th place. Eddie Gerstner, 14th place. Addie, right there, Addie. Julia Streaks, 13th place. And Elise Kleisman, 10th place. CHL second team. And now your first team, all the top 7 places. It'd be the first team in the top 7 places. Sam Holler, 7th place. Like I mentioned, we went 1, 2, 3, and they all had the same time. So they ran together as a pack. They did really good. 3rd place, Adeline Heisel. 2nd place, Elliot Tilden. And your CHL champion for 2025, Scott Scholl. Well, for the girls team, 8 of the 10 of them are 7th graders. So the future is bright for for Wyoming Middle School cross country. All right, that's your middle school cross country. Well, thank you guys. Very good. Do your homework. Go. All right, and as I mentioned, high school cross country is not only a team sport, but it's also an individual sport. So I want to shift gears now and talk about high school cross country. And we had 3 girls on the high school cross country team that qualified for the state championship this year. Olivia, come on up. So 3 of our girls on the Wyoming high school cross country team qualified for the state championship. Olivia's here. Leah Zimmerly is unavailable tonight, and Ella Hummel is unavailable tonight, but this is...
Olivia Trapoli, and I'm a senior.
How many years have you done cross country?
6 years.
6 years cross country. Talk about this kid in a little bit. To qualify, let me just say a couple words about how you qualify for the state championship in cross country. It's 3 rounds. It's districts, and then regional, and then the state championship. So you have to come in towards the top in districts, then towards the top, like top 10 in regionals, and then you make it to the state championship. Wyoming High School has had 32 seasons of girls cross country. So this is our 32nd season of girls cross country for Wyoming High School. In those 32 years, only 10 girls have qualified as an individual for the state championship. This is number 11, and we had Leah was 12 and Ella was 13. So we had 3 girls this year. In the past 32 seasons, only 10 have qualified as an individual. So it's a very rare club. We actually have, if you go to the Champion Center in our cross-country room, we have a big banner that shows all of the kids that have qualified as individuals for the cross-country state championship, as well as the state championship as a team. The girls were only 4 points away. 4 points away is qualifying for a team, but if you're ever in the Champion Center, go to the 2nd floor, look at the cross-country distance room, you'll see Olivia's name up there as a qualifier for the state cross-country team, something you can never take away from you. Let me talk a little about Ella and Leah first. So Ella Hummel is not here, unfortunately, but she was a rare first-year senior cross-country athlete. She was injured a lot. She ran a little bit, maybe too much towards the beginning of the season, but she was transitioning. She's a great lacrosse player. So she got a stress fracture in her foot, and she only competed in 3 meets. And those 3 meets happened to be districts, regional, and state. So she did great. She ended up running the 8th fastest time in school history and qualified for the state championship, coming in 13th at regionals. Ella's going to go on to compete for lacrosse at Smith College, prestigious Smith College in Northampton, Massachusetts, and maybe cross country too. I think she's kind of opened her eyes that maybe she might do cross country. Leah Zimmerly, who also qualified for the state championship, is just a sophomore. She competes in like hurdles and high jump and track, and she's a prolific dancer. So she's very graceful, and that makes her a very smooth runner, but she also has a lot of range because she does high jump and she does the hurdles too. She has a potential to be one of the best cross-country runners we've ever had, just a sophomore, before her school season is done, junior and senior year. But now for Olivia. Olivia, like I said, has been doing cross-country for how many years? 6 years. She was a senior captain this year. I've known her since 8th grade. No one is more dedicated and committed to the sport of cross-country as this kid. I've seen a lot of kids, but this is the most dedicated person I've seen. She has battled back from adversity, some health challenges, never given up. I'll be telling your story for a long time about how you never give up, you battle back, and she had a great senior year. Olivia was first team all CHL. It's like I introduced some of the middle school kids to a first team. That means she came in the top 7 at the CHL championship. And she qualified, I thought almost even more impressively is that she qualified for the state championship by 1 second. Hers is a story of determination and grit that I'll be telling this story forever, because cross country is a 3.1 mile race. If Olivia would have slowed down at all in that last 10 feet, she wouldn't be standing here right now. So she qualified for the state championship by 1 second, 1 place, because she never ever gave up. I will be telling that story forever. You never give up, because a lot of times you see that finish line, you're a quarter mile away, thinking I'm there. You don't give up. Even within the last 10 feet, she didn't, and she held on, and it was tough. She dug in deep, and she qualified. Very proud of her. Olivia also received the prestigious Lily Parker Go the Distance Scholarship. It was created back in 2018 off of a senior named Lily Parker, who exemplified a cross-country athlete who best has the spirit of the sport in mind and the life lessons it teaches. I'm reading for the scholarship right now. Principally, that striving toward goals drives performance and adds meaning to work, and that even the most difficult task can be achieved if one is willing to invest in the necessary time and effort. That's Olivia. Olivia will be continuing on because there is no finish line. There is no finish line. She'll be continuing on taking her talents to Center College in Danville, Kentucky. She's going to compete in both cross country and track. And her signing day, I just found out, is next Wednesday in Center. So congratulations, Olivia. Very proud of you.
As we transition here while Olivia is still here, 30-second anecdote about her. She stops me in the hall a couple weeks ago, says, Mr. V, I just want to let you know I broke my P off. Like, we're just in transition in class change. And I say, okay, hey, that's great. So what does it do? She not only did I break it in this run, but I also broke it in this run. And I said, okay. And I said, Olivia, I'm just curious. When you're running, what do you think about that makes you run that fast? And she said to me, Mr. V, I mainly think about running for the people who can't run. Who are unable to run. I mean, that's the type of depth that we're talking about. I mean, talk about a motivating factor. I mean, like, that's the type of character. We're not only building athletes and students, but people with strong character and community members. So, kudos to you on that. Thank you. Next up, Ariana Sanders. Had a few students that she would like to recognize for their service in the project.
All right. If I start talking about you, please walk up. I know some of our high school students are towards the back. So the first 2 students I wanted to recognize are students who I felt spent the semester doing something different than how we see a lot of our service programs be. And the first one is Reese O'Leary. And Reese, I noticed when I was looking through service, actually volunteered with Ohio Living, which is a hospice and nursing facility, and she did volunteering with her dog. And so I thought that was so awesome and unique. And the second person that I found that gave a very unique contribution to our service learning opportunities was June Esslinger. And she, over the summer, did some volunteering out in New Mexico on a Native American reservation. So those are two students that I thought had a really unique opportunity.
I'm Reese O'Leary, a junior, and I volunteered at the Ohio Living thing with my dog. Yeah, and the volunteer board on the city council. I'm part of the architectural review board. It's pretty cool. We get to sit in on city council meetings and the board meetings and figure out how it works.
The next two students that I have seen are Ace Fisher and London Fisk. And these two students I put as our dedicated cowboys. All of their service goes back to the Wyoming community, and it's pretty amazing when you see what they have contributed. So we're talking our programs that happen in Pendry Auditorium. We're talking fire cadets. We're talking any community building thing that Wyoming offers. One of these two are probably there. And they just so happen to be two of the highest volunteer hour earners in our school as underclassmen, as they'll tell you. So Ace, thank you for doing tech in Pendry for concerts, plays, musicals, etc., and also here in the middle school. And London, you've done Model UN, summer camps, Brave Like Me events, and was a winner of an award in my class for service last year in financial literacy. So you two are just awesome contributors to the Wyoming community.
Like she just said, I'm Ace Fisher, and I'm in my sophomore year.
I'm London Fisk, and I am also a sophomore.
And my final award goes to the student who had the most hours logged out of the entire high school. You'll find that this is a younger student as well, so our underclassmen are really doing a great job of logging their hours in their system. So Alex, come on up. Alex has, from the first semester in the summer, and then her first year here, so a year and a half of time at Wyoming High School, Alex has logged more than 500 community service hours. She is a fabulous supporter and longtime supporter of two really important places as well. First is Valley Interfaith, which is right down the road. Second is the Cincinnati Museum Center. So not only is she doing a lot of volunteer hours, she's making a lot of great connections to our community and doing some things that'll for sure be attention getters on a resume and some future jobs, since I'm a financial literacy teacher. So will you tell us a little bit about those places?
So I've been at the Cincinnati Museum Center since 8th grade, and it's a really fun job for youth to try to get more like customer service experience and just talk to people. And then Valley Interfaith, I worked with the Laughlin community to help them pass out food to them and give them the things they need.
And what grade are you in?
I'm Alex Setters and I am in 10th grade. I'm a sophomore.
That is amazing. 500 hours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Sanders. Ms. Neese, I did not see her. Tyler, Carmela, Cora, Ormuli, Graham, and Lorelei, you are here. I know we've got a couple students who are at games. So these are some of the students whose names, Tyler Evans, Carmela Genovicius, Cora Kramer, Wambui, Graham Peterman, and Lorelei Wise were 6 of our students who were National Merit semifinalists. So they are proceeding on to try to work to compete for some serious scholarship money and just the recognition of being a National Merit finalist. And I know you heard a couple other schools mentioned. We had 6, which was double some of our other competitors. So, and ranked us pretty high there. Did a pretty good job. Lucy, Liam, and Natalie. These are our students who were Lucy Innan, Liam Smith, and Natalie Martell were our students who were National Merit Commended students. Again, strong finish, 9 students did finish in the top with their National Merit recognition. Laura Coomer, who is also not here, we have Elliot Bartell, Eli Plaza-Webb, and Louisa Charcon. So Elliot's here because, he had a unique opportunity to perform at a recent swearing-in ceremony in City Hall. So Elliot, Eli, and Lucia traveled with Mrs. Coomer, who's developed a very strong music program, as you know, and had the ability to travel downtown. If you want to share a little bit about you and maybe what that was like.
Yeah, I'm Elliot Bartell. I'm a senior. It was a small quartet or not a quartet, it was like 10 kids, 3 of us from Wyoming, and a bunch of other districts around here. And we spent the morning playing while people were walking in for the ceremony.
That was the swearing-in ceremony of the Cincinnati mayor.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay.
And all the other members of the government, I guess.
Council? Yeah. All right. Awesome. Hey, great job. Thank you, Elliot. Kellyanne Exler. We had a few students who had their national art or their artwork recognized. Izzy, Della, Opal, Olive, Fiona, Penny, Kayla, and Matthew. I know I saw some of you guys back there. All right. These students, their artwork was selected in the 22nd biennial selections, the 2025 exhibit in Mount St. Joseph. Their exhibitions celebrate outstanding artwork in talented area of high school students. They were selected through their art teachers, and their artwork stood on display, it was on exhibit for over a month in November through December in Mount St. Joe. And there was an award ceremony, there was a gallery reception, and if you just want to share a little bit about, just introduce yourself.
I'm Olive Berry, I'm a senior.
Della Anderson, and I'm a senior as well. I'm Izzy Lenning, and I'm surprisingly a senior too.
I'm Matthew Jeffers, and you can guess it, I'm a senior as well.
We attended an award ceremony. We had our names up on the screen and we walked across the stage, and then we went to the gallery and there was a bunch of really cool art. So that's fun. Really good food. Really good.
Okay. All right. I had the pleasure of talking with Mrs. Exler about their artwork, and she showed it before she sent it off. And just the artwork that you were able to produce is remarkable. I'm telling you, like the creative talents that exist in our students, and especially the 4 of you and your peers, just gives great insight into just who you are and your abilities, and it was incredible. The artwork's very impressive, and I'm sure at any point in time, Mrs. Exler would love to share that with you. Anyone who wants to. So thank you. Great job. All right. Mr. Walter.
Hi, I'm Chris Walters. I'm the photography teacher at the Wyoming High School. I could call on the way back up here. She is one of the students students that has her artwork selected for the Ohio State House Student Art Exhibition. The other students are included, they're not here for tonight, but they are William Haig, Sophia Olmelchenko, Brian Miltenberger, Arrow May, and Michaela Stork. So these students were selected for showing their artwork at the Ohio State House Student Art Exhibition. It is organized by the Ohio Art Education Association in partnership with the Ohio Art Alliance. It's a state house exhibition with the Ohio Art Education Association and the Ohio Alliance for Art Education and the Ohio Arts Council. This features select works of K through 12 student artwork from across the state. It's a jury competition that recognizes students receiving high quality arts education in Ohio public schools. So I'm just going to say a little bit about some of the students, Olive and then the other students. So Olive, I actually have not had her in photography class, but I have worked with her in the yearbook. So she is very talented with her drawings and her mixed media artwork. She pours herself into everything that she does and makes sure every detail is perfect, even the yearbook pages. This is actually her second time being selected and showing her artwork at the State House. Will, Arrow, Sophia, Brylan, and MJ all are hardworking students in photography class. They met every challenge that I threw out at them with perseverance, creativity, and true grit. Whether that was mastering the digital camera, learning how to use sunlight to create blue cyanotypes, or developing their films in the darkroom. I'm so glad to be able to select their artwork and have it shown at the Ohio State House. It'll be on display for a whole entire year, and it is set up to, once they get tours, up to hundreds or even thousands of people view the artwork. So, congratulations.
This piece was part of my AP 2D portfolio last year. I did a collection of hyper-realistic graphite drawings, and then this one was combined with collage and string, so I strung it all together. This is a photocopy. It's actually this big, but I'm also going to be in college next year, so I didn't feel like giving that real piece away. That's for me. But this was a really fun piece to do, and I'm glad that it was selected.
My piece was part of my photography class, and it was made by exposing images and objects on photo paper.
Thank you.
Nathan Nikluski, Nathan here. Nathan was published in the, he published his own research article on his own term, he sought it out in the American Journal of Student Research. So, 11-page document. Just wanted to kind of share that not only are students doing things connected to clubs, sports activities, and classes here, but they're also seeking things out on their own. And in case anyone, there are a couple copies up here, would like a copy to read for whenever your leisure time, you identifying quantum teleportation error mechanisms through bit string level noise signatures. So, anybody want to talk about what that might be? So, I mean, but this is a product not only of the wonderful families and students and people we have and the supports we have in the community, but also of the education. Here's a senior who's going through the Wyoming community, being educated here, and having the opportunity to piece things together, learn, seek information, and produce something that's published in a national journal for students. So I mean, it's just another testament of all the great things that we have going on here. Congratulations to all of our students who are recognized this evening, and thank you for participating. Mr. Weber.
One more recognition, and just really quickly, I want to talk about the word impact. We use the word impact all the time here in Wyoming City Schools, and when we say impact, we talk about unique ability that we each have to make a difference in the lives of others through what we do. And I am very excited and truly blessed to have a Board of Education who understands what that word means and understands what it means to make a difference in the lives of every student, every family, and every staff member. January, I know we're in February, but we push this meeting back a little bit. January is Board Recognition Month, and it's important, I think, to recognize these leaders who stand up to make sure that our students and our families and our staff have the most incredible experience in Wyoming City Schools that they can. So I'd like to introduce our board members and have them stand up to just be appreciated. Our board president, Jeannie Zoller. Our board vice president, Olivia Thomas. Board member Justin Bolarski. Board member Nathan Lee. And board member Scott Sparrow. All right, families, students, staff members, thank you for coming tonight to share in this recognition. It's obvious that we have amazing students, amazing staff who excel in all areas. And we're excited to appreciate them and recognize them for the outstanding accomplishments that they had. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you for doing all that and setting it up. Let's go to our committee reports, belonging and inclusion.
Yes. Since the last time we met, we actually had two meetings. We met on December 16th. And then our most recent meeting was just recently on January 28th. some of what we've shared. We had a big event just recently on January 27th. As we continue to plan for the construction of Elm Primary School, we are thinking about plans for a temporary school site. And we have been in conversation with the Presbyterian Church of Wyoming, and one of the key events was to meet with the congregation and also the close neighbors to the Presbyterian Church of Wyoming. And so that happened on January 27th, where we reviewed the draft plan for the use of the school. And that included how traffic management would work outside the school, before the school day, after the school day, during the school day with recess, and also the plan for the use of the interior of the building. Great meeting. Wonderful questions that came up from the participants, and we are excited to be moving in a positive direction and continuing the plan to partner with that church. Just an incredible story to where we are able to partner with Friendship United Methodist Church and Presbyterian Church of Wyoming to provide incredible spaces for our students while construction is happening. Is no small feat, and very appreciative of the partnership with the churches. Let's see, also our primary facilities board team continue to meet where we're talking about the Hilltop. We're reflecting on the second reading of the Hilltop development plan. We're looking at the Presbyterian Church of Wyoming plans. So that's the inner core team that continues to do all the detailed work of planning for our facilities. Those are a couple of big ideas for specifically primary facilities.
So they were sort of working up until the big snow. And I presume now they'll do the hiatus that we were expecting them to do anyway.
Now, and really all the way through March. Yep.
I was just surprised to see them out there working.
Yeah, and
I thought, I guess somehow I thought.
I think what they're doing is, and Ronnie, you might have more information to fill in, but they're really preparing the foundation, the soil of the foundation, and mixing in limestone with the soil that's there. And so that's been the core work that's been happening that you see on the side.
Okay, thank you. Finance, you met this evening.
Thanks, Jeannie. Finance Committee did meet this evening where we welcomed our two new board members, Megan Lee and Hilliard Thomas, to this year's Finance Committee. And as is customary, we reviewed the salary and benefit analytic, which is some detailed information on salary and benefits. It's 80% of our budget, so we take a deep dive at that every meeting. We also look at primary facilities financial update. The facilities team is looking at all things facilities during that work, and then we tag along and look at the financing side of that. We also looked at the January income tax payments. We received our third income tax payment of the fiscal year. We received payments in July and October and January. And our January payment was up 2.87% from last January. Our year-to-date, so 3 payments this year versus 3 payments last year, are up 15%. And so we had some discussion about how we were going to forecast the last quarterly payment, the April payment, and then we also looked at the components of the income tax payment. We received the income tax payment broken down by payment with returns versus withholding versus estimated payments. And so we took a look at each of those individually and how they're performing compared to the estimates in order to help us think about how that might look in the February filing of the forecast. So more to come on that when we discuss the February filing of the forecast. But good news on the income tax front. The income tax is significantly outperforming forecast. We then revisited we finished with a review of some information from the district profile report that's released by ODE. That was also the focus of the Finance Friday, which we put out every Friday. So hopefully you have an opportunity to follow along that on our social media, on our Facebook page, or also on our website, where we continue to highlight just tidbits of financial information. And the fiscal year 25 update of the district profile report, we recently highlighted expenditure per pupil, and in alignment with the stewardship, financial stewardship pillar, we were noting that our expenditure per pupil is just shy of $17,000 per student, which is less than the state average, less than the average of our similar districts, and less than the countywide average, while we are significantly outperforming all of those other benchmarks.
Especially less than Indeed.
As-
That was the major.
That too.
It stuck out when I looked at that.
So we're gonna continue to review the different components of the district profile report. We started with expenditure per pupil this month, and we'll hit additional items over the course of the next few months. So, anything to add, finance friends?
You taught me a great deal of it, and I'm still catching up. Thank you, as always. You do a great job of explaining concepts that are not something I've been very well versed in. And I'm looking forward to the comparison measurements versus other similar districts, because it's interesting how we are able to deliver excellent education at a much different cost level than some of these other schools. And there are many interesting reasons to look into how we do that. And not just congratulate ourselves, but make sure that we understand how that's happening, why it's happening, and not lose sight of those of that performance per dollar as dollars change in the future.
8 years in, finally made it to the finance committee, so. I was actually struck by the intentional partnership with the EA members and the board. I knew the area that was the design of it, being in the room in the discussions. I think I was in touch with how that intentionality creates a connection and trust, because you get context on where it came from, in that 16, 17 period of time. I've seen in the room the benefit of that trust and relationship and partnership, and didn't know that that was one of those people kind of like cements it when there's confidence on I had confidence clearly all this time, but that was helpful to see at a different level that I didn't.
Well said. And is there anything on policy that you'd like to talk about?
No, just that we have a meeting coming up on orientation.
And do we, I assume February 19th, there's no meeting on this, and any of, I'm looking at, we're busy. He hasn't sent anything yet, right?
No, I don't have it yet.
We are hoping to get that no later than the 11th, so that we can make sure we have at least a week where we're working on it.
Right. Because sometimes it's a thick pile, but it comes with a summary, to make sure you look at that summary. All right, great, thank you. Let's go on to, our Board of Education report. This is just a, remember the operating protocols that we talked about at our retreat, our meeting, not necessarily a retreat. We never actually approved them, which we were supposed to do at the January meeting. So all I'm asking for you here is, unless somebody wants to talk about them or has a concern or whatever, is may I have a motion to approve them, make them official.
So moved.
You have a second?
Second.
May I have a roll call?
Mr. Valorski?
Yes.
Mr. Leach?
Yes.
Mr. Sparrow?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Zoller?
Yes. Treasurer's report.
Thank you, Jeannie. Item A, approval of the minutes from the December 15th regular meeting and the January 6th organizational meeting. Item B, approval of the statement of revenues and expenditures for month ending December 31st. Item C, accept with appreciation the list of donations from the foundation. And item D, the appropriation adjustments for the month of January. Item E is approval of the report, please.
Thank you. May I have a motion to do so? I'll second. And have a roll call.
Mr. Lee?
Yes.
Mr. Sparrow?
Yes.
Mr. Thomas?
Yes.
Mrs. Zoller?
Yes.
Mr. Valorski?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Superintendent's I should probably explain this one. This is my daughter. And then nepotism rules in Ohio, which is maybe around, but basically, if every member of the staff is going to contribute or going to benefit from something such as a salary increase with a contract with WEA, and I may vote for that. But when a person is singled out, then I have to abstain. And now the rules are kind of changing. Spouse, it's child, it's even people living in your house. So that's why we do it this way. We pull it out with a secondary report so that I can go ahead and vote for those other things that pass through. And for people who have it, spouse, child, parents. I think it's a good, it's a wacky wrong listen. Well, that's all. All right, superintendent's update.
I want to go back to the January, the January your appreciation officer. There's a sign here, and it says standing. It was appropriate, but 3 new board members on the team who are standing excited about the future of Wyoming schools within your leadership. It is significant. You would think another 12 inches is important, but I don't think it is. But just will speak to the seriousness of making calls. It's never an easy decision to make. Last week was a little bit different because we were getting such advanced numbers. Usually it doesn't come. Usually we make calls and I mean, it's very frustrating for folks. But we wait to watch. There's so many options. Honestly, we're looking at the streets, we're looking at the signs, we're looking at sidewalks, we're looking at the organizations that I don't see particularly because we no longer that we're talking to transportation very early. Our city does an incredible job of clearing the streets, but we also have to look to bus stop conditions, bus drivers, the way to get to the buses, and our staff, the way to get people through their communities in this way to get here. So just many factors that we need to are focused make adjustments. Any questions on weather-related calls, but we start that early in the morning, from 3:30 to 4, and Monday, and we get to
I appreciate all the effort that you put into this. I know this never makes a call, and like you just explained, considering so many different factors, considering the imagination this captures from not just the students but also the parents and caretakers and staff. No, imagination is not the right word. The attention, the care, how interested everybody is in this. I think it would be a good idea to consider putting together a video that we can share with the community or how we go about making this decision. And it would be fun, you can show yourself something, driveway, or just talk about how you do it. But I'm hearing it from you could really help us understand. It's not just him deciding he's feeling sleepy that morning and wants to cancel school, but you're really being careful with it. You're considering all those things. I think it could be a
you'll be in the show, everybody, we have some parts during the show. Yeah. But I do think it would, I think you're right.
Those are all middle school.
Middle, okay. I've got a really good artist here.